It's a big day in Georgia. Voters right now are heading to the polls, casting their ballots. It is a runoff election, and one race we're closely watching is the battle to represent Republicans for Secretary of State. That's where Vernon Jones is taking on Tim Fleming for the nomination. This marks the first time the position has been open since 2020, so lots on this line here. Let's bring in Vernon Jones right now to the program, former Georgia State Representative and the candidate again for Georgia Secretary of State today. Vernon, good to have you.
Good to be with you, Bianca.
All right, so you served as a Democrat in the Georgia State Legislature from 1993 to 2001 and again in 2017 to 2021. So why do you feel that today is the turn voters need to come out? Talk to us about your campaign to be the Republican nominee for the state Secretary of State.
Well, you mentioned my legislative record. Yes, I served in the Georgia House of Representatives a total of 12 years, but I was also elected 2 terms, and I was term limited to county chief executive, which I oversaw about 40 different agencies, including over elections. And so my background, my experience, understanding the legislature, being the chief administrator and overseeing the election and being responsible for issuing permits and licensure. I know about that. And the Secretary of State's office is very important. Obviously, it oversees elections, but also is responsible for about 40-something different professional agencies, licensing agencies, for example, real estate agents. So over other agencies like license of professional hairdressers or barbers or accountants or pharmacists.
Massive job.
All those. I'm kind of stunned there for a moment, but there's a lot of different agencies that it oversees and provide those licenses. And the Secretary of State has to be in a situation where those licenses are issued in the most efficient, most effective way, and removing the gridlock has been a big problem right now, the red tape, and that's what we plan to come in to make sure that we clean our voter rolls, make sure only those who have U.S. Who are U.S. citizens vote, make sure that we're no longer using the QR code, which has been banned, and at the same time making sure that professional license, that the government's not coming between you and your patient.
It's a big job, hasn't been open since 2020. You are also, we should note, running on a platform of America First. What's it like in Georgia lately? I mean, it's sort of oddly purple. So what's your message as voters are heading out to the polls today and they look at this and maybe they're watching right now and they know what direction they want their state to go?
Well, I've always been a conservative, and at one time the Democratic Party was conservative. It's no longer conservative. That jersey doesn't fit me anymore, and I am a Republican now. And when you look at Georgia, Georgia is changing. You have a lot of people moving from California, New York, those states where high crime and high taxes and infrastructure falling apart. They come to Georgia for a good quality of life, but then they vote for the same kind of people that got them in that situation. And so it is important that we do have a candidate like myself that can keep that conservative message, but appeal to moderates and independents on the other side of the aisle. And that's what my campaign has that's so different from everyone else. I'm able to pull from both sides, but keep that conservative message, be fiscal conservative, maintain our Georgia values, and maintaining an environment where there's less regulation, businesses can thrive here, and at the same time, we make sure that people follow the law. And if they don't, then there are consequences. And so my message has been good, it's been straight. We entered this race last year, raised the least amount of money, but we're doing the best in this election. Today is election day. Obviously, this is a runoff. It's been raining at various parts across the state, and we're hoping people still come out. So far, turnout's been kind of low, but we hope that they pick up the speed as the weather gets better.
Well, Vernon Jones, it's always good to see you, sir, and obviously a big day for you. And we'll be tracking everything, of course, right here on Newsmax throughout the day. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you so much. Please come out and vote today.
All right. Thank you, sir.